So look, I found this podcast because I was on Facebook and I seen somebody you know how you just swiping through videos. I seen somebody reacting to a clip of this, and the chick said she was dating in 40 or talking about dating at 40. And I before she could even get far, I said, "Nope. I don't want to hear what this dude got to say, and I don't want to hear the rest of what she got to say because I want to react to this." So that's who she is. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she was on Love After Lockdown or she just owned a company. I don't even know what state they in or nothing like that. We just gonna get to the action, man. Put a like on the vid.
Maneuver, because what you gonna do, baby? He's going to the NFL, honey.
I know.
You have to be at the Super Bowl. You have to be everywhere. You know.
I know. I think I'm getting better. I'm getting better because I'm starting to get out more. But for a minute, I was real like reserved for a second. You know, it's just like certain things I just didn't want to be around.
What about dating? Do you date, or how long did it take you to date when you came home?
What's crazy was I actually came home in a relationship. So, and it was just crazy how it met because nobody really know the story because I kind of keep my personal business private. But my girl I was locked up with, she was from Baltimore or whatever, and she had a cousin. She kept saying, "I'm gonna introduce you to my cousin." I'm like, "Who your cousin?" She like, "You know how you be in there?" You like, "Who?" Whatever, you know.
What do you do?
Well, yeah, because you know you ain't meet nobody on the street. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, woo, woo, woo. So she like, yeah. So I'm like, all right. And you know, in there, the dudes had cell phones.
Yeah.
So we started off emailing. And then he had a cell phone, so I call him from the jail phone on cell phone. They don't know he in jail.
Yeah.
And we kind of built up our little relationship like that. And actually, that was like the last 3 years. He ended up getting out like maybe 6 to 7 months before me. But we kept that bond and that friendship. Like everything he said he was going to do, he did.
So one thing I want to know, she said that, you know, her friendship and everything, and she also said that she was in a relationship with him. So it was relationship, then friendship, all that stuff, whatever. But listen, your boy had to go and do a little bit of research, and yeah, she was a girlfriend of a kingpin, got caught with a bunch of bricks and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. She was on American Gangster Trap Queens and stuff like that. She also did a Vlad interview, so she used to be a BMF affiliate, you know, things of that nature. So with that, I want to note that this is not a normal woman. This is somebody who did a crime, you know, and I don't know how many years she served. I didn't look into that, but it's worth doing interviews and documentaries about. So it had to be pretty big. So that's what we are looking at right now. So I can't look at this is through the scope of a regular woman, because the thing about this, when I look at, okay, so you're in jail talking to somebody else in another jail, like as far as another prison, that just doesn't seem like it would work to me. And it doesn't seem like, you know, good decisions would be made out of that. But hey, what do you expect? Let's continue.
As far as like he hit my mama up when he came home. He made sure my son was good with little stuff that my mama needed. You know, she needed stuff for my son. He a Western Union, had the money. So he really was a stand-up guy in that aspect. Even when I came home, he was the one that bought my clothes. My sister went out there. He gave her money to go shopping to give me my stuff to come home. And it's like we just kept that relationship. And it was comfort for me because it's like it's somebody I knew, but, you know, we did things. You know, you never really talk to nobody without sex on the outside for a long period or duration of time. So for me, it was like, dang, you finally got to know somebody because we ain't had nothing but time. So really, we had nothing but conversations. And
built a really
we built a real mental
foundation.
Yeah, a good relationship. And we was off and on for the years that I've been home. But you know, sometimes things don't work and people go their separate ways. But at the end of the day, I don't have nothing bad to say about that man. Like, we didn't work, but even through the ups and downs when we had our breaks, he stayed forever loyal to my son. Like, they talk now. Like, I would have money dropped in my bank account, and I'd be like, oh, this for DeBron, because I know where it's from. He'd be like, oh, mama, then such and such put that in my account. I'm like, yeah, can you send it to me? And it's like, this not even his kid. And I swear he, like, deposits money in my account every month like it's child support.
Aww.
And me and him don't even talk.
Yeah.
Like, we don't
that's
talk.
Just him, just a
you know what I'm saying?
person.
And he loved my son. And that's why I said, regardless of whoever I be with in my life, and if I do get somebody stable in my relationship, that he gonna have to accept the fact that this man is gonna be around, not for me, but anytime it come to my son, I don't care, football games, award ceremonies, whatever it is, you gonna have to, you can introduce or whatever, but he gonna be there.
Yeah.
And this is the issue with being with a single mom, because she's already mentioned, if you looked at it, that, they were off and on. They were off and on. You can't really move on unless you let go of the past. Now, the thing about me even saying the single mom part, the crazy part is this is not even a father. This is not even necessarily a stepfather. This is one of her exes, one of her previous boyfriends who became a provider for her and her son and her mother. And he got paper. He got paper. So he's still willing to provide. If that's what he want to do, that's what he gonna do. That's cool. But the issue is it doesn't leave room for a new man. The issue is if another man comes in your life, you still have an attachment to this previous man who had sex with you, who, you were in a relationship with, who you still have a bond with to some degree. And another man that comes into your life is going to have to accept it. Typically, this person is a baby dad. Typically, this person is the baby dad. But the craziest part is it's not the baby dad. So, like, is a guy coming in to a situation with her, it's like, okay, I get that y'all, okay, I get that he held you down and stuff like, but so if he decide to link up with you or y'all decide to go and get coffee, I'm supposed to just be cool with that? Like, if we having events and things like that, I gotta be cool with him. I gotta get to know him. I gotta shake his hand. I gotta be around, and he's still spinning bags on your son, and I'm not gonna lie, this is real talk. Like when people break up, that's what they typically like. If they still have an attachment to the other person, that's what they typically do. They get into that person's ecosystem as far as, okay, I'm gonna deal with her mother or his mother, whatever it may be, or I'm gonna deal with his kids or her kids. And with that happening, that person, whether it be a guy or a girl, they stay in the picture and that attachment stays, or even if the attachment doesn't stay, they're orbiting. They're orbiting, waiting for an opportunity to get back in. Now, I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but let's be real. Like, it's a possibility. That's how come she's been off and on with him and she still feels positively about him today. But let's continue.
Because I was a person that stood beside me even when we wasn't talking, and the loyalty he had with my son, it just makes me have so much admiration and respect
so much
for him.
respect for him.
Yeah.
But did you find it hard like the day after being gone so long? Because you was gone how long?
I was gone 7.5 years, almost 8 years. Now I'm gonna be real with you. Hell yeah, it's totally different out here today, and then I'm over 40.
Yeah.
So it's like I get no middle ground. It's either I'm gonna get an old head that like me because I'm still kind of young to them because I'm new 40s.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna get a young buck that want him like me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I can't never meet nothing in the middle. So it's like I can't do the young because for me, I kind of, and you probably was the same way. Mm-hmm. Growing up, I jumped off the porch a little early. So when you jump in the streets early, I relate more to people that's older than people that's young. And I think the maturity level isn't there. But then for me, for older, it's cool, but I still got a little youth in me too because I've been gone. So it's like I still got a little spunk in me too. So it's like I can't catch a break right now.
Can't catch a break. Well,
no.
I mean, hey, life goes on, and when it's meant to be, it'll happen.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm gonna keep. I'll date here and there and just see whatever happens. But as far as anything solid right now, no.
Yeah. What could you say?
Now I'm gonna get to the young guys in a moment. But when it comes to the old guys and her explanation, she mentioned maturity and stuff like that when she was talking about the younger guys. They like maturity and stuff like that the old guys really have. But she said that she like still young and got some spunk in her. I don't understand how that would play into a relationship. I just don't. Maybe she's still, I don't know her from a can of paint, so I don't know what she do. I don't know if she twerk or do any of that. I don't know what she do. But as far as the math on like the older guys, it just don't add up. Even the whole like I jumped off the porch, so I relate to older people more. Like you more than likely, like you said, when we talk about jumping off the porch at a young age, like you're in your teen years. You're in your teen years. trying to be around people in they like, late teens or early 20s, just older people. And even if you want to say, okay, in her 20s, she was around older people in their 30s and 40s and things like that, like, oh, okay, that's cool. But from a relatability standpoint, you did 7 years. And on top of that, all of the jumping off the porch, the air quote jumping off the porch, that was decades ago. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. But listen, man, when it comes to the young dudes, older chicks know exactly what it is. The younger dudes just want sex. A lot of older chicks know that and they feed into that, because I've been one of those guys as far as the younger guys messing with the older chicks, and y'all just have sexual relations and it's never serious, because you can't expect anything long term with somebody young and you are older. You were looking for security to some degree. Now, the issue is that she has some security. Like, she more than likely got whatever her own thing is going, but this guy keeps coming and providing as far as that old friend and stuff like that. He makes sure that she's straight. And what you got to think about is that he's doing it in her eyes out of love and stuff like that. He's doing it out of the love he has for her and stuff, and the kids and the mom and all that stuff. And he's been doing it while they have been separated. So in her mind, that's how come she mentioned what she mentioned earlier, because she wants to keep that security, especially if he's giving it to her to some degree in her family, and he don't even gotta be with her. Like, yes, another guy that comes in, I don't know if you gonna provide for me like that. So I can't cut him off. He providing for me, and you come in and you providing for me in a moment. And if me and you fall out, like, you're out of here. Like, why would I risk that? No, you're gonna have to get comfortable with this guy being in the picture to some degree, because I don't know if you were just gonna hold me down for the rest of my life, like it seems like this guy's been doing, or that he's willing to do. But as far as young guys, older women know that they are not a serious option. But when it comes to the older guys, that is the mystery in her specific situation. Because what do you mean you still got this spunk and you too young? Does it mean that they want submission and you're not willing to submit? Does it mean you always want to party and go out and they not on that? Like, what does it mean exactly? And even then, is that the actual issue? Or is the issue something else? Is it something else that's completely off the radar? But listen, that's all I got for this, man. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gone.